Welcome. This is episode 2 of the SIMnet instructor tutorial videos. And in this episode, we're going to look at how to create a SIMnet course, to customize it, and to star a course so that you can get back to it easy and access that. So again, this is the instructor interface here of SIMnet when you log in. If you go to courses and you click create, that's going to bring up the new course here. So you're going to want to do a title for the course and then a section title. And I'm just going to choose one here. We'll call it 24. Now, when creating the course title and section title, think about a naming convention when you first start using SIMnet that would be consistent across all users, all the different instructors who are going to use it, and typically include the course code. Okay, this information here, you can, and there's just a sample one. You can also include the course name there. Typically include the instructor's last name and then also the term. So this is just a best practice to help keep the naming convention consistent, and later in subsequent semesters to be able to archive courses easy to know, older courses. So anyway, down here, the default module, you can ignore this. Course availability, by default, it just comes up the day that you created here. You could put in a to and from if you want. I tend to, as I'm creating courses, just leave this for now. I don't change anything. I can always go back in later and put in the availability dates after I've created my course and added all the content. Same thing down here, restrict enrollment before start date. You can put that if you don't want students to go in. I'm going to show you another way to do that as well. Restrict reviewing of course assignments before the start date. If you want to do that, you can do that. You can go back in later and do this as well. So I tend to not change any of this when I'm first setting up a course. So I'm going to click next, and it's going to take me to the course. So this is the edit assign area. Now, one thing you want to do right away is if you're in as an admin, SIMnet does not automatically add an instructor to the course. If you're logged in as an instructor, a full instructor, you'll automatically be added here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm on the instructors tab here. So this is the edit assign area. Remember, everything's kind of left to right. We're going to drive in this area here, but we'll come back to that. But I'm going to go ahead and just add my two instructor accounts and my admin account to this course. Now, the reason I did that is because I want to star this course. So starring the course makes it easier to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and click on courses again, and then click on view all. And as an administrator, and again, I'm logged in as an administrator, I'll have two radio buttons up here, my courses and all courses. So as an administrator, you could filter it just to see your own courses, or you could see everybody's courses. If you're logged in as an instructor, you won't have these options. You'll only see your own courses. So what I'm going to do here is, this is the course I just created. So I'm going to go ahead and star it. And the reason I'm going to do that is I'm able to access that course more quickly and get to it. So by starting the course, when I click courses here, now it's going to show up in my starred courses. And this is that course that I just created here. So you're going to use the edit assign area a lot, which is this first button here in starred courses. Later, we're going to use the organize area, and there's overview report, grade book, and copy to class. All these buttons make it just save you a couple clicks. You can also get to the edit assign area by choosing your course here in this list and then going to edit assign. Okay, same thing, but the edit assign area is typically where you drive. So where you're going to add content, customize content, remove content, all of that is the edit assign area. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go use my starred courses, and this is the course I just created. So I'm going to go to edit assign, and that's going to take me right back to where we were before. So these tabs across the top here, we're going to come back to those in other episodes where we're going to add sim books, we're going to add projects and exams and some resources, all of that. But I do want to cover, last couple things I want to cover in this course is this edit button up here. Okay, so this is where we can edit course. So I would have you do a couple things in the edit area. So I'm going to click this button. And if you needed to change the name of the course, you could do that there. You can ignore the campus and the default module. That doesn't matter. The course availability, again, you can come back to this later and set those date ranges for your course if you want to do that. One thing I would do is I would click registration closed. So this is one change I always make, kind of a best practice. And what this does is this allows you to kind of hide this course from students. So as you're developing it, students can't go to your SIMnet URL. This is mine for my college here, but they can't go and find your course on SIMnet. It'll basically be hidden from students. Now, a little bit of a misnomer. The registration close doesn't mean they can't register. It just means they have to register through the LMS. When you pair up your course with your LMS, they have to go through the LMS in order to register for this course. So I would definitely do that. Most of these are just default settings that I would leave the same. The other thing that I would change is the sorting, and this will come into play later after we've added content and we're organizing content using the organizer. But I would change this to custom order, which allows you to put it in whatever order you want. And as you create groups, it will the groups will be in custom order as well. All these other defaults, tiles tends to be the best way to display it. And this is all for student view. So this is the student experience and sorting and all of that, which again, we'll come back to in a later episode. So restrict enrollment before start date or restrict view. You could do those or not. Okay, you decide how you want to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and save. And the two things I changed on here were close the registration, check that box, and then sort by custom order. So those are the two things I change, and I tend to do that every time I create a new class. So I'm going to save that. Final thing I want to show you is the e-commerce. So if you're using inclusive access, this doesn't apply to you. But if you're not using inclusive access, what you could do is you can filter out the number of products or e-commerce codes that the student sees when they register and purchase a code. So if this were an Excel course, I could go down and select this and just say, hey, I just want this one access code available to students. And then I can save that. And that's really it for creating a course. So you created a course. We talked about naming convention. You added yourself in as an instructor if you're logged in as an admin. If you're logged in as a full instructor, you'd already be added there. We starred the course so that it shows up in your starred list. And where this edit assign area is a quick button to click to get to the edit assign area quickly. We'll use some of these other ones later. So I hope this information was helpful. Have a great day.